Right, this is a GCSE challenging paper 1 non-calculator question, right? Especially on the topic of indices, and this would come during the end of a paper normally, right? As you can see. And when, students come across this, their main reaction is just, whoa, that is one tricky question, right? They see this, they see this, they see the mixed fraction, they see the indices, and they panic, right? They start doing all sorts of things. You know, and what the aim is, right, to break this down into smaller sub-problems, right, to tackle the big things and simplify them down, break them down to get a final answer. And we know we need to get a final answer because of this, the work out the value of, and that tells us we need to get a final answer instead of, simplify. So, right, we can start off by seeing that there are three big things, right? There's this in mixed fraction, there's this mixed fraction, and then there's this, which can all be simplified down, right? So starting off, so that's 5 and 4/9. That can be simplified if you do 9 times 5 is 45, plus 4 is 49 over 9. 4 and 2/3, that can be simplified to 3 times 4 is 12, plus 2 is 14 over 3, right? And then 2 to the minus 3, right? Every time we have minus, that just means 1 over, right? The reciprocal. So 1 over 2 cubed, which is 2 times 2 times 2, which is 8, right? So yes, we've broken down essentially the three biggest things in this problem right here. So that would essentially, so if you were to rewrite this, that would be 49 over 9 to the power of minus a half times 14 over 3, 4 over 1 over 8. Right. Now, I think the next thing we need to do is sort this out, right? So that would be, so we already dealt with minus up here, right? So minus would just mean the reciprocal of, which is flip it. So that'd be 9 over 49. And what's special about these two numbers that you could probably notice is that they're both nice square numbers, right? And that's what to the power of a half means. That just means square root, right? If we square root a fraction, we square root both the top and the bottom. So that essentially would be 3 over 7, right? So moving here, actually, that'd be more space. Yes, that'd be 3/7 times 14 over 3. Now, you could do it, right, 14 times 3, that's a bit complicated, right? Or you could just notice that there's a 3 there and there's a 3 there, and since it's both on the numerator and the denominator, it essentially just cancels out because, it cancels out each other. Because then if you do it normally, it both be divisible by 3, which then cancel out later on, right? Which gets the answer of 14 over 7, also known as 7 times 2, which is 14, 2. Lovely. So that then will become 2 over 1 over 8. See how simple that has become to that. But, this is a bit tacky, right? It's not, proper, what you call it, exam technique. It's not like a proper answer. So there is two ways you can do it. There's 2 divided by, right, 1 over 8. That's just, you can use KFC. Love the chicken, right? KFC, keep, flip, change. Keep the 2. Flip the fraction, 8 over 1, and change the sign, right? That would be 16 is what you could get, right? Or you could just times both sides. I'll do this in red. You could just times both sides by 8, which you'd get as 16 over 1, which is also 16. So yes, that is your final answer. And yeah, I hope that helps. Thanks.